Now, vacation home by definition is a place where you probably don't spend a lot of time, so maybe it's just a little more prone to the possibility of a break-in. So home security system probably makes a lot of sense, especially with systems today that have these wireless sensors, 4G communication, and they don't shut down even when the power goes off. That's what Kurt Wald and Mark Sandberg are setting up here today. And the new equipment has capabilities that go well beyond simply sounding the alarm if a window's broken or doors kicked in. One example would be the ability to use an assortment of wireless sensors, eliminating the need to pull wires or cable, which of course saves tons of installation time and reduces the amount of cutting or drilling into walls, especially in our case here, log walls. So Kurt, I think people are pretty much used to the concept of running wires and hooking them up to sensors and alarms, but doing wireless sensors and 4G network stuff, I think that's kind of new to a lot of people.
It sure is. So things of the past was all wired, now it's wireless sensors, way easier installation, especially in a log home.
So what are some of the categories you do now when you come in to basically outfit a place like this?
Well, the doors are the main category to get covered, and they make different style door sensors. Mm-hmm. We have surface mount ones, larger, smaller, or we have recessed ones, which we've put a little bit of both in this place.
Okay.
So the recessed ones, you don't have to see them. So it's the nice thing about that. Motion detectors we like to put in the house for coverage when you're not here. Of course, when you are here, the motions would be turned off, and that can happen automatically.
How about windows?
Windows, we mainly cover those with glass break sensors these days now. So the sensors will be mounting on the wall facing the glass.
And you put one of those in our lower level glass where it was broken into the year that we built the place.
Yeah.
So that's a good spot for
and that's a different style that we put right on the glass itself. So they do make different styles of glass breakage sensors.
So aside from security, what are some of the other areas you get into?
The life safety part of it, smoke detectors and carbon monoxide detectors. Those are the life safety devices that these alarm systems both offer for us.
And again, you don't have to run electricity or wires or anything to those. You just mount them wherever the best spot would be.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's battery operated devices, which really makes it convenient for a log home like this.
Well, I know one thing we're really concerned about are all the freeze sensors around here.
Yep, and these alarm systems offer freeze sensors that are battery-operated wireless devices. And also, in addition to that, these sensors are combination sensors that we can run a water bug sensor off of that. So if you did have a water pipe break, it would call that in too, so your house isn't flooded.
And with the freeze sensor too, you can mount those in different areas around, because you may not know what's going to be the coldest area of the cabin, what's going to freeze first.
Right, and the nice thing about these wireless devices, they're multi-optional, both smoke detector and freeze, so it'll detect both.
So you're covering both sides.
Both areas.
Yeah. And what's really fun about these systems are the fact you can add cameras to them.
Yep, and cameras can do more than just watch for burglars. You can watch the outside, you can see the weather, you can see if packages show up at your place, you have people working here. All those scenarios can work with a camera.
Well, and for a vacation home like this, I mean, they really are useful because you're not up here. You can't take a look to see what's going on. If you get a burglar alarm, maybe it's just a critter running in front of the motion sensor or whatever, and it's great to be able to fire it up and take a look and realize that everything's good. Or maybe some guys are starting to haul the couch out of your living room, then you got problems.
That's exactly right. You can view it live instantly to see what the scenario is, why your alarm went off.
What really amazes me is the fact too that if, let's say your system will handle 6 cameras, you can take 2 of those cameras and put them at your home, put 4 in your vacation house, and then put 1 somewhere else.
Yep.
So, and monitor
all of them.
Yeah.
That's correct.
So Kurt, really the only wiring in this whole system are a couple low voltage wires with a keypad.
That's correct, Dean. Everything's located right here.
So very intuitive?
Very. 2 buttons to arm the system. Away, quick arm. Systems arm, you have 60 seconds to leave. Or disarm, the code, or we can do it from this key fob, which is even simpler yet. Arm the system with 1 touch.
Oh yeah.
Disarm with 1 touch. Panic buttons included on there.
And you can also control thermostat with this.
Yep. Hit automation, thermostat. Click on it. It's on cooling now. We'll put it to heating. There we go. Back out.
There's a bit of lighting control also that happens on this, right?
Yeah, same thing. Go into automation, switches. There we go. We turn the light on. We'll turn it off. Back out.
And that's all part of that Z-Wave system that allows you to do that.
Correct. The Z-Wave is an automation, which is there's a card inserted in here, and you could either just use it on site here, or if you have internet service, you can do it remotely.
And again, that's just sending a wireless signal. In this case, we have something plugged into a receptacle.
Yep, for your lighting, it's a module into the receptacle which will turn on your light.
Or we could also put a module in here where these switches are and control the switch for this light and the switch for the outdoor light.
Correct, that is correct.
And again, all this can be handled remotely with a wireless tablet or a smartphone for that matter.
Yeah, everything that you can do from the keypad, you can do from here off-site. Let's arm the system just by touching that. It takes a little bit to send a signal and then come back to here.
And of course, this way you can control everything from your house.
Yeah, which is a really nice feature.
Well, I'll tell you, I think this is going to pretty well have us covered. It gives a guy a lot of peace of mind, you know?
Yeah, sure does, Dean.